Hello friends, I'm Dr. Samir Vyas from thesacredvows.com. Last time I spoke to you about the importance of changing one's loyalties after marriage. And today I'm going to talk to you about how to set boundaries with one's parents and in-laws. We must understand that the parents and the in-laws have a direct impact on the individual in very significant two ways. First is when you choose and marry your spouse, the in-laws come as a package deal. You do not choose your father-in-law or mother-in-law. They come to you with your wife. Similarly, the kids are also emotionally dependent on their parents, and they are still trying to find their own ways, their own paths of leaving the parents and fusing with each other, learning the new steps of marriages. And in this, the parents can either bring tension into the marriage or they can facilitate harmony in the marriage. So therefore, we will look at what are the few constructive ways in which we can set boundaries with our parents and in-laws. First of all, immediately after marriage, develop a one-to-one healthy relationship with your spouse's parents, your in-laws. The husband should take effort to get to know the mother-in-law, the father-in-law, bond with the father-in-law, maybe over cricket, over sports, or whatever passion they have. Learn about their likes and dislikes, what kind of things they like, what are their personalities like, what kind of things interest them, their backgrounds, and so on. Similarly, the daughter-in-law should also make the effort to get to know the husband's parents. Secondly, the in-laws, very often in an Indian family we see that the daughter-in-law goes to the husband's house and she's told by her own parents that when you go, please blend in with the family. You must blend in like sugar blends into milk, add sweetness to their life, do not bring tension, bring harmony, you are the Lakshmi of the family, and so on. So the poor girl goes, she wants to be compliant, she wants to please everybody. And when she goes there, she finds a mother-in-law who directs her, do it this way. In our family, we do only like this. This is the way of our tradition. Don't do that way. Don't do this. So the poor girl may be over-compliant. She starts giving in to all the demands. And as she gives in more, she's put with more and more demands. It becomes an endless cycle. The second situation may be where the newly married girl has decided that she will be defiant and she's aggressive from day one. No, I don't want to listen to how I should do. I'll do things my way. And this immediately leads to tension in the family, fights, long-term problems. The third and the actual effective way is a balanced and a matured way, where she should actually listen to what is being told to her, take away the criticism, take away the tones, listen, maybe there is some truth to what the mother-in-law is saying. She should thank her for sharing her point of view and then say, okay, thank you, I will decide and take the decision on my own. I will think about it and then do what she feels is right in a very assertive and a firm way. This will lead to a mutual respect on both sides. The third thing is talk directly to your in-law. If you have an issue with your in-law, speak to him or her directly. If the daughter-in-law feels the mother-in-law is not talking to her properly, she's sarcastic towards her, don't tell the husband, hey, you go and tell your mother now, she spoke to me like this, why she's criticizing me. Or if the husband feels that the mother-in-law is not speaking to him nicely, then goes and tells his wife, hey, you go and tell your mom. No, if you have a problem with my mother, you talk to her directly. This may lead to slight tensions initially, but immediately all the clarity and in the communication will set in. This is a very important thing to remember. Also, the fourth and the most important part about setting boundaries is to create clear boundaries. Both sides, the parent side as well as the children's side, they must understand that each other privacy, each other's independence are rights. Everyone has rights to privacy and independence, And here I must say one thing, that the seniors have a bigger role to play in this. They have to be in a very appreciative mode. They have to be in a blessing mode after marriage. They have to step back, take a step back and just bless the children. Ah, very good. We are there for you. Don't worry. If you need us, we will step in. And after you step in, step back again and be in the blessing mode. This will bring about a lot of growth in the family relationships, a lot of harmony. Therefore, setting boundaries is a very important step in preparing for your marriage. If you like my video, please click on the subscribe button and share it. Also visit my website www.thesacredvows.com for more details on the Prepare for Your Marriage program. Thank you.